I picked this up off Amazon. It's a keyboard case for the iPad Mini 6. This will also work with a newly released Mini 7 because they both share the same shell. It has a 400 milliamp battery. It gets about a month or two of usage before being recharged. Everything charges with Type-C, so the iPad, this keyboard case, so one cable to roll them all. Inside the box is the keyboard itself, the world's shortest Type-C cable to complement the world's smallest iPad. You have the instructions, how you connect everything, the usual paper gear. There are the usual cutouts for volume rocker, microphones, and speakers. On top has a slot for the Pencil 2. It will charge just fine, but unfortunately it does not work with the sleeve. The kickstand can move about 200 degrees up and down on any table surface. The material, which is a soft touch plastic, feels pretty good overall. Nothing feels cheap or of poor quality. It's not really premium, but it doesn't have a cheap feel to it either. On the bottom has the Type-C charging port. It will charge with Type-C to A or A to C. On the top right corner of the keyboard has the LED lights for power, caps lock, or Bluetooth pairing. This will only connect with one device over Bluetooth at a time. These types of cases are always the best because I love that tearaway design. The tearaway design can either be used in portrait or landscape mode or on any table surface. It's easier to hold it. It just gives better viewing angles in my opinion. This keyboard has 3 levels of brightness, 7 different colors to choose from. You just have to hold down the sun/wand button and then it will cycle through each one. You do get better battery life with the backlight off, but that is optional. To change the colors, you just have to hold down the function, world button, and then you have to press the early morning sun button to cycle through the colors. This does have the standard 7 colors to choose from. When snapping the iPad into the case, there's a nice seal around everything to give it a nice secured fit. There are the typical cutouts for everything from the fingerprint scanner, volume rocker, speakers, camera, charging port, microphones. The keyboard will attach to the case with magnets. Like most cases, this does have auto wake and sleep. The battery life is pretty solid. It will get a few months before it needs to be recharged. It's also good for people who like to draw on their tablets. Even without the keyboard part, the case itself is pretty solid. The keyboard can be flipped around while attached. This is called tablet mode. The keys will not register a press. This can be used like a regular tablet, just a bit thicker. The keys are nice and clicky. They're not really mushy. It doesn't feel like you're trying to type on mashed potatoes, so that's a very bad experience. But overall, the keyboard is a little bit cramped, but it is workable for the form factor. Every key is spaced out pretty well, but I do have to occasionally hunt for the keys because it's a form factor I'm not always familiar with. This isn't ideal for writing out like a 20-page thesis, maybe a quick reply or a message or a tweet. On average, I can get about 50 words per minute with a few mistakes here or there. This keyboard is on the better side. It's not perfect. For most keyboard cases for the Mini 6 or 7, this does hit all the check marks for most people. It's backlit, it has great battery life, it has USB-C, the build quality is excellent, it has a very well-rounded form factor, and the keyboard is one of the better ones.